Hi, and welcome to Cover Brand, where we cover all things branding, marketing, and advertising to help you understand what the hell branding is and how it works to grow your business. Welcome and welcome back to Cover Brand. I am Ethan Decker, and today I have Swire Ho on the show. Swire, how are you?
I'm doing well, Ethan. Thank you for having me.
This will be a fun one. I'm very excited about this. And in particular, I'm excited about the cover song you brought. You have to explain what's the song, and then we'll get into the background of it.
I'm originally born and raised in Hong Kong, so I specifically want to mess you up, right? So I picked a song by Sandy Lam, Lam Yik Lin. She did a cover for the I Swear song, which is really popular here in the US. And, that's the cover song.
Okay, so I Swear, you're talking about the NSYNC song?
I Swear is All for One. Yeah.
All for One. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's been, I think it's in the 90s, if I remember it correctly, but it was really popular here in the US. And then Sandy Lam, she's a good singer. But in the Hong Kong creative space, sometimes they like to do covers from the US, from the UK, from Japan. And then they just change the song and then they make it sound completely different.
Oh, so yes, we're talking about the mid 90s. I swear by the moon and the sun and the stars.
Oh, you got it.
That one. Yes. Yeah. That's so cheesy. I love it. It's a great song. And so Sandy Lam, how would you describe her version of it?
Just one person, right? So she is a female, so she actually changed the tone quite a bit, and she's a higher pitch singer. It's still catchy, and at first, people in Hong Kong, they didn't know about All for One. They know about Sandy Lam. So sometimes it's funny that the cover song becomes the signature song for that singer,
right,
without knowing that the original song available.
So wait, when did she come out with her version? Was it also in the 90s?
Also in the 90s, I think. I'm looking. I looked it up, right? So I did my research. Released on Valentine's Day on 1996.
Oh, okay. So that was shortly after All for One did it, because I
forgot what year, but it would be pretty, recent, right after the release for the first version.
But that's become her signature song.
People like it, people like it, if you go to Asia, people love the karaoke. So everybody sings. So in the karaoke, like that year, it's just that song, people keep singing it. Men will sing it, women will sing it. They love that.
Swire, did you do it?
Probably at some point, yeah.
You may or may not remember exactly whether you sang.
Yeah.
I swear. There were quite a few karaoke nights where it all blended together.
Right.
I'm sure. Yeah. Good. Okay. So we've got Sandy Lam. What's her original name?
That's her name. In Chinese, it's called Lam Yik Lin.
Lam Yik Lin. Okay. So Sandy Lam's cover of I Swear is going to go on to our playlist on Spotify. We've got all the songs that people have mentioned. So I will certainly add Sandy Lam's cover of I Swear on there. Fantastic. Can't wait to listen to it. And then right after these messages, we'll come back and talk about your business, which I'm very excited about. So we'll be right back. This episode of Cover Brand is brought to you by Awareness Water, the beverage you only notice once you've already bought it 6 times. Crisp, forgettable, everywhere. Look, it's in your hand right now. Here at Applied Brand Science, we keep our brains stocked with it all the time. Awareness Water. Stay hydrated. Stay top of mind. And welcome back. Swire Ho. Let's cover brand stuff now. You run a promotional materials and merchandise and printing shop. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're based in LA. We do promotional product and we help basically to explain, to put customers' logo on a branded product, and then the company, either they will give it away or they will use it as their own marketing purposes.
Right. So garudapromo.com, Garuda is your site.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you say right now are some of the most popular products people print on or order?
Right now it's summertime, where we talk. So we're
Uh-huh.
gearing up for a summer party. So a lot of beach party. We're in California, so a lot of beach balls, beach
Oh,
towels.
okay.
Theme for summer party. Big cooler, a lot of drinking. We work with a few Hollywood type event planner,
Oh,
so a
okay.
lot of party cups. So I sometimes joke to say, without us, there's no party.
Nice, nice. Okay, beach balls, towels. Do you do the beach umbrellas too?
Beach umbrellas.
Okay.
A lot of creative thought into doing parties because people don't want to be the same.
Right.
So a lot of time they say, I know I'm going to do a party, but what do you have? Like you just asked me, that is fun for this year. And sometimes we
Right.
have to create something that is unique for them. I remember create one for Hollywood celebrity. So there are
Uh-huh.
three different color cups. I think it's red, green, and black.
Okay.
One is if you're holding the cup, you're available, and then the other color
Oh.
is you're not available, and then the third one is complicated. So I think that is really fun. So like imagine you holding that cup, and then you basically sending signals, and I think that was a fun one that we worked on.
That's funny. Did you also print on them things,
Yeah, we,
funny
we print on
messages or
them, and we actually put I'm available, I'm not
oh my
available.
gosh.
I think it's taken, and then it's complicated. So
That's great.
I wasn't invited, but I thought that would be fun at that party, right?
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. So half the time it's the stuff that you print and half the time it's the thing you print on the stuff that brings the creativity, right?
Yeah, it makes it fun. Like it's
Yeah,
not really like customer like to ask me what should I buy, then
right.
without telling me what they're trying to do, right? If you're trying to let me know more about what you want to do, the product that I could suggest to you are more relevant because
Yep,
same cup, if you send it to maybe a construction recruitment event, it's not going to work.
right. No,
Maybe, yeah, you
no.
could be looking for work on, but you see what I mean? If you
Yeah.
use the same product on some other event, it just
Yep.
doesn't have the same effect. And if you know who's coming and make sure that it works for them, it's make me more fun and engaging.
Well, and to that point, and I've become a bit of a broken record about this point. I think sometimes the worst thing you can put on any of your merch is your company logo because few people will want it. It's sometimes boring. It might not be the best logo, or it just doesn't say anything. It's not fun or interesting. But to say something like, I'm taken, I'm available, it's complicated on your stuff, that is much more interesting, much more fun and creative. And maybe there's a place for the logo, but the point is bring something creative to it that would make people interested and excited.
I think coming from the client standpoint. I know because obviously they're paying for it, right?
Right.
They're proud of their company. They want to put the logo as big as possible. But
Sure.
a recipient, like we don't really want that
No.
unless you are an NBA team, or unless you are, World
Correct.
Cup is happening right now, right? You're supporting
Right.
your own country, so that maybe yes, but at the same time, even when you say we all know who gave that item to us, so you don't have to
Yes.
have your logo screaming. But then if it's right for us, then we actually talk to others about who gave us that
Totally.
gift. So think of that as another strategy too. You can give it to the person and people appreciate it when it's
Yep.
relevant, and if especially if you have the name on it. We have the technology right now that we could actually personalize all the gifts. So
Oh,
that's
nice.
in the technology advancement in the industry lately.
Yeah, and then even there to have your name personalized on it. And that happened to me. I went to a conference for one of my clients and they gave Yeti mugs to everybody, which is it's a nice premium product. And then it had my name on it. But I didn't know that I'd want to walk around with a cursive Ethan on the side of my mug. But if it had said something like, Ethan has great taste in hats, or Ethan is swarthy, or something interesting or funny, that would be a little more compelling as well. So I think you're right that bringing the creativity, bringing something that's fun for the user, not just what the brand wants, is really the way to make those things more more used so people don't give them away, right? So, okay. So Swire, there are lots of other promo printing and production companies out in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say you have a specific audience you work the most with, a specific region you work the most with? And in particular, where do you feel like your company, Garuda, is struggling at the moment? Or what's the branding or marketing challenge you're facing right now?
That's $1 million question, right? If I could answer that, I could actually make millions.
Well, let's try.
And something that we do think about, like when we looked at it, essentially all the company can be our customer, right? Big and small, anything from between. But as you know, a small company like us cannot afford to market to everyone. So I like to look at the niche where I'm kind of weird this way. I'll look at, who are some of the company who utilize promotional product, but nobody targets them. So I ask myself that question a lot. And now with AI, I actually ask AI, and sometimes they give me some answers that I don't think of. For example, in LA, the obvious one people would think is entertainment company, record labels, red carpet, Hollywood celebrity.
Studios.
Which is true, but there's a lot of competition. Everyone knows who they are. If you are somebody, a record label, film company, they know who you are. But what I found in LA, we're having the World Cup right now, and in 2 years, we're going to have the Olympics. So that means there's a lot of, if you come to the LA recently, you know that's a lot of building, infrastructure, subways, road.
Right.
Construction company have a lot of money.
There's subways in LA?
There's subway in LA, yes. It's actually the
do
Olympics.
People even know this?
Right now they do, because the traffic is so horrible. People are taking metros, taking subway to the stadium. So it actually helped them generate more ridership.
And are they actually expanding the subways for the Olympics?
They are trying to. Right now, I think we're one of the major airport in the world that you can't go from the airport with public transit, the subway, to anywhere. So they're trying to figure it out. But the outside of LA, I think it's getting better. I'll give them props with that. You could go from, cool. downtown to Santa Monica to the beach. So I think they're working on it. So back to the point, construction company has a lot of money, and nobody will target construction company in my industry. So I found when I learned about the World Cup and then the Olympics is, wow, this company, we're talking about $1 billion contracts. Yeah. So I have a small stake of it. What they will do is when they hire more workers for the workforce, all the vests that they have are logo printed. All the hard hats are logo printed. They give their employees tumblers. They give the employees, other things to recruit them. So no one target them. So here I am.
That's okay. You've got, oh my God. I have three things I want to talk about. Okay. The first one is this notion of targeting people that no one else is targeting, or going after the unsexy things. I love this. Swire, I love this so much, and I'm so glad you're already thinking this way. You're right. It's going to be really hard for you to compete against Printful and Zazzle and Cafe Press. These are enormous companies with huge budgets. Mm-hmm. And you're right that in LA, of course, people are going to think about production studios, movie stars, celebrity stuff, right? All the cool, sexy things. But those are very saturated. Those are highly competitive. So to go after the unsexy things is a brilliant, genius way to approach finding a good market that you can then be a big fish in. So first of all, kudos. Great idea, Swire. I am
Thank you.
Fully supportive of this. And I've talked about it before, that the second thing is, because you can't go after this huge fish, or the huge pond where Printful and Zazzle are in, or whoever else. I should stop naming your competition, shouldn't I? But I mean, everybody knows it.
Yeah,
but
they know it.
For Garuda to get any kind of name recognition, you need to sometimes arbitrarily carve out a smaller pond to become big in. so that everybody just knows Garuda. They talk about Garuda. Garuda is the name that they see everywhere, or it's this the person they go to. Oh yeah, I work with Swire. Oh my God, you haven't called Swire? Call Swire. You got to call Swire. So picking a segment or an area or something where you can be the big fish in a small pond is actually a very smart place to start. One of my favorite examples of that, Swire, is the founder of Canva. You know Canva, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay. I got to look up her name because I'm going to get it wrong if I don't look it up. Melanie Perkins. So she was this very young woman in, I believe, Australia or New Zealand. Australia, I think it is. And she wanted to take on Photoshop. Okay, that is a David and Goliath situation. So you know where she started? High school yearbooks. High school yearbooks, not sexy. Everybody does it every damn year. And every high school in Australia doesn't have a graphic designer on staff. So it was a small, unsexy market that she could then become a big fish in and dominate. And in fact, that was her big foothold. And it was a genius strategy. So for you to become known, for Garuda to become known in a small place like construction is brilliant. I love that. Okay. So here's another thing. When these folks are getting their name out, you're right. They do things like they put their logo on their hard hats and their safety vests and their tumblers and their coolers. Do these construction companies ever send special merch to their prospects?
They do, but when we talk about construction companies, especially ones that are building the roads and they're building, the subways, these are people who hire thousands of people. So even for their employees, they do a lot of T-shirts. They do a lot of giveaway. True. And when their business development go to connect with other, they do a lot of trade shows. So when they do prospecting themselves, they actually have a specific team go to a lot of trade show. And sometimes I help them with fun gadgets, fun that related to construction. And especially they need to hire a lot of workers because of the workload. They do a lot of recruitment events. So they will rely on us to do something fun, to do something seasonal that is related to the construction company. So it's still there. All the creativity is there, but you just are focusing on, that particular client itself. I could still use the Hollywood type, ideas for the construction companies.
Yeah, no, you can do, what's an example of a fun or interesting or entertaining idea you've done with a client?
I provided fan that you could wrap around your neck. So during the summertime, it's hot, obviously, here in California. So they actually, for the recruitment event, they give all the applicants a fan with their company logo. So actually on the site, or if the recruit is being made, they actually use that fan because it's just so hot. And a lot of us, as you know, we are all mini reported because of our cell phone. People actually taking selfie of them working. I don't know why they do that, but people do, working with the fan. And then now they're actually kind of being a mini ambassador for the company because they're using the fan, they're on the job site, and then they have the company's logo on it. So it helps them create the company image better versus other companies. They give, random stuff, but, people love the fan.
Right. And I'll bet you could even add even more funny or silly or cheesy things on there. Like it could say, "I'm your biggest fan." Right?
That's a good tagline. Yes.
Right? Or just something stupid and silly and fun that along with the logo, along with the actual selfie of the fan that's wrapped around your neck, the people just would want to use it even more. Right? The worst thing is if you make branded merch that has your your client's logo on it and nobody likes it because the logo's ugly or they just don't want to carry it around. So I love that notion of bringing something interesting and fun. Didn't you talk about colored cups for another one of your projects that you did?
Yeah, cups color, which from a Hollywood party, available, taken, and I'm complicated. So it also worked for construction too. They give.
So wait. We have to tell that story.
So we actually are the supplier for a few Hollywood event planner. So they plan elaborate, crazy party that you see on TV for Hollywood type celebrities. So they and we also joke that we supply all the fun for the event because we do party cups for them. We do shot glasses for them. So without us, there's no party. You don't drink, there's no party. So one particular event, they asked us for 3 different color cups. One color will print the logo, and then also I'm available. Okay. And the other one is I'm taken. And then the third one is complicated. So you could imagine the fun that people have, and then maybe they change the cup, right? As the nights go on, right? Yeah. Well, we're done. Like then I'm grabbing, the other cup. So things like that, people remember. Fun. They obviously will take pictures. They will share it. So think about. I'll usually use that example. In an industry term, it's called user-generated content. So every time that they snap a photo and put it on the social media, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, with your logo on it, then it's actually a win. However many followers that particular person has, then it helps generate more awareness for the brand, because a lot of time people calculate, right? They go to sort by price when they go on a website. What's the cheapest thing that Swire has? Yes, I win. Or sometimes when we suggest something that's nicer, because the party cup are not the cheapest item on the site. But if you do that and people actually get talked about, get used, and get posts on the celebrities' social media, how would you value that as a return on investment? So sometimes I will point out that to them when suggesting a higher item, because people like, as a recipient, we like to receive better items, right?
Absolutely. But as the maker, we want to make it cheap.
As people would pay for it, yes.
Yeah. But I love what you're saying. Like, imagine John Hamm holding a cup that says, "It's complicated." Right? And those are the kind of things that people want to keep even longer, right? They want to, they might even want to take it home. So that adding that creativity is just so, it's such a great way to multiply the spend, the value of what you spent, right? So it's one thing to spend the money on the cups to make the party happen. It's another thing if the cups are so fun and interesting that people are taking photos of them and keeping them at home, then that's multiplied the value of the value of that cup.
Yeah. People buy drinks nowadays, right? They buy matcha, they buy coffee, not really to drink it, but then they take like 1 million photos of it. Yes. I don't know if they ever drink it, ever.
Yes, I know. So having those fun phrases, having those great images, I love that. I love that you're doing that. And I love if you can do that then with something like construction, because I'm guessing the bar is probably pretty low in the construction world for things that are interesting or fun or innovative, which means any crazy ideas you bring, any fun or interesting ideas you bring will be far above what's normal in the world of construction.
Yeah, as a salesperson, I kind of use a different mentality, right? So construction industry are also competitive, right? So you compete with different projects. Sometimes you go on site, right? And then you walk the site and then you get the estimates for the end user, right? So you wear company polos, you wear company apparel. There are guys that will wear the same shirt 7 days a week and then show up on a job estimate. Versus someone, put together a nice polo, with branded, nice brand, smell good on the site. Like the end user, like who would you rather pick? Someone that's smelly or someone that looks professional? Totally. And the construction company, like I kind of know their mindset. I would mention that to them too. Like you want your guys to look nice and professional, and then you shouldn't give them one T-shirt for 5 days of work. You should at least have rotation. So I guess in the salesmanship, I like to put it there. But there are different things that they need to care about, and then like the celebrity too. I know that they care about, right, the being seen, right?
Yes.
Also, the construction company, that's how they being evaluated, right? How professional they are. Do they show up on time? Do they show up dressed professionally, right? Or they came off from a job site and then they go to you. And sometimes it happens, and they do want to look good, and they see their value there.
You know what? I think here's a trick. You might already do this, but I'm going to spell it out in case other people haven't done it before. One thing I find is that it's often hard for clients to imagine these things, and sometimes you need to show them, and sometimes you need to, mock it up, so to speak, so that they can be like, oh, I love that, and to show them something that inspires them and makes them feel better about their own brand. So one client I had was Lazy Boy, the furniture company. And at the time, they were feeling like they were an old, dusty brand. And I showed them things like a pair of socks that said, on the bottom of the socks, it said, "Go away, I'm lazying." Right? Or a t-shirt that said, "I'm going to lazy so hard this weekend." Right? And they giggled. It's all you need is a giggle. I think a giggle is high praise in marketing. If you can do something that makes people giggle, you're probably winning. So for them to see those socks, it said, "Go away, I'm lazying," made them feel like, oh, that would be cool. I would feel good about my company, and I would feel neat about my brand if I could see my give those away even when someone buys some furniture from us, because it's a freaking pair of socks. It's probably pretty inexpensive. But then those people would feel warm and fuzzy about Lazy Boy. So for you to show and mock up a beautiful polo or, some kind of Hawaiian shirt, maybe, it's Los Angeles, so I'm sure a lot of people wear Hawaiian shirts or button down short sleeves, with their logo like beautiful and big, or saying something really cool on the back like "Build your dreams." It's construction. I just made that up. It's probably a terrible slogan, or build something badass, or "We build badass," and you show that to your clients and they go, "Oh, I would feel cool wearing that to a job site or a walk around or a pitch," right? And if you can mock that up for them, and maybe even make for you or your own promotion, make a free version, like one off for your prospects, they might go, "Oh man, that looks so beautiful. I would love showing up to a pitch wearing that. I'm going to go with Garuda." And then you become their favorite because you have shown them what's possible with their own company.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right? People want to feel good about their company. People want to feel proud. People want to feel like it's cool. Like everybody probably wishes they work for Apple or Nike, right?
Yeah.
Because they're so damn badass. Well, you can show them. You can give them a taste of that by designing things that take, whatever, Western construction, not a very sexy logo, not a sexy name, but instead make a beautiful print, and it has some cool phrase that goes down the arm. I don't know. I'm making it up, but that inspires them. And then because you've inspired them, they want to work with you. And so you get more of their business.
Yeah, I think they share with me, I forgot the figure now, because for construction, as a new hire, they need time to train them to be well versed in what the company does. So by losing that recruit early, they actually lost more money than they will acquire a new one. And they want to keep the skillful employees there because they know all the skills. And it's hard to replace someone who knows all the work inside and out, right? Even it's for the heavy machinery people going in. So I think they are the type of company treat their employees really well because they need them to be healthy. They need them to be happy, and they want to have them stay for 10 years or even longer. So I think for your point, if you do something nice and maybe a company barbecue, right? Then everyone dressed up nicely with the nice apparel, all the nice, wonderful gifts. It kind of shows. It's kind of like a mini commercial for them, for new recruits. So come join us. We're fun. We're nice to the employees. Look, they're all happy, dressing all, nice and having a barbecue.
Yes. And then when you say, look, if you want to retain your clients or your customers, or not your customers, your employees more, you want to give them, you want to be generous and give them something that's cool and wonderful. And maybe it is a Yeti mug instead of a no-name mug, because Yeti makes you feel more special when you get a Yeti as opposed to a no-name mug. And maybe it says something amazing like, do you dig? Or can you dig? Can you dig it? I'm making up. Puns are great, man. Mm-hmm. Cheesy, funny, punny things, or things that just feel badass. And you can give those ideas to your prospects, Swire, and then they can give those things to their employees. And so the love keeps playing forward, but you and Garuda become their preferred partner in all of this stuff, because you're the one that keeps coming with the cool ideas, and you're the one that keeps coming with the things that make them inspired about their own company and brand.
Nice.
All right. So I want to check back in with you in a year.
Okay.
And in a year, I want to hear your new stories of how you brought the sexy and the funny and the cool to your really uncool, boring construction clients, and how you've kind of become the king of merchandise and branded promotional materials for construction companies in California.
Sure. I love that. Love that, challenge and all the ideas that you gave me. And people like to have fun, even whatever industry that you're in, you still have employees, right? You still have people dealing with struggles, every day. And, how do you make them feel better and want to come back to work the next day?
Totally. Awesome. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Ethan. Thanks for having me and all the advice.
Absolutely. I'm going to be listening to Sandy Lamb, I swear, right after this. And enjoy the rest of your day, Swire.
Nice. Thank you.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to the podcast. And if you want to learn more about brand science, head on over to appliedbrandscience.com. Also, if you got something out of this episode, think of one person who might also get something out of it and send it to them as a way of saying, hey, thinking of you.